So the next in the series is going to be Selenium keyword driven with Java. When you consider Selenium keyword driven, it's going to have some standard business keywords such as open, click, send keys, login or register. Such keywords are going to be used over here, and these keywords are going to be driven from an Excel sheet. So it is termed as keyword driven. The main process of a keyword driven is identifying the business keywords, and driving can be done either from an Excel or from a database, as both Excel and database are nothing but collection of elements on a table or collection of data on a table. So let's just go in with the framework of keyword driven. This is going to be the framework functionality where you'll have a data engine which has both business keywords and test data, and you'll have a driver script that acquires these business keywords and test data and drive the script accordingly with support of recovery libraries and support libraries. And apart from all these, you have a final customized test report where you can generate a report like you saw in a modular driven framework. Getting into the concept, our keyword driven is basically going to work on a web page termed magentocommerce.in, magento.com. This is a Magento Commerce software e-commerce web page where you will have a my account section in which both login and logout register functionalities can be done. When you consider the register functionalities, it has details such as your name, your email ID and your company profile or your profile, and your screen name and passwords. So it's going to just create an account and login and logout. It's going to perform the functionality. Basically the process of this Magento is, once you create a new account, it's going to directly log into the account, and so I've just failed the login functionality with an account that is not in existence. So let's just get into the keyword concept. Over here you can see that all my data are being pulled in and updated over here with the action keywords as business keywords, and these have equivalent meanings in this action keyword class. Over here you will have the definition for every business keyword defined over there and the corresponding functionality, and your data script is going to drive these keywords from your Excel into the main test case. And this is going to be your XML where it just runs the testng XML process. So getting into the keyword, we'll just update it with some new details so that we don't get a error when we try to create one account. Let's just change the name from Natrajan to Natraj and Ram, and then just updating the on-screen name, the name which is required to be displayed on the screen. Updated password, updated screen name. So the screen name is going to be presentation, and now we are just going to run this case wherein it's going to try to log in into an account that does not exist, and it's going to create a new account for the same process. So we'll just drive this code from the testng XML file. And you can see that the first set of activity is going to be performed with respect to Excel. With Excel it's going to be performed with respect to Chrome, and so you can see that a Chrome browser has been initiated. It's going to get into my account and try to log in into this account, and it's going to verify if it is a successful login or an unsuccessful login. This will for sure be an unsuccessful login because we did not have the account existing. And now for the next set of registration process, it's going to drive from a Firefox driver, and in this Firefox driver again it's going to just verify about the login process or creating a new account, that is the registration process. And in the registration process it's going to update with the details that does not have an account and trying to create a new account. You can see that the registration process is slowly processing now with entering into my account and clicking on the register button, and the data are getting here. So once all the data have gotten, it's just clicking on the submit button which says this customer already has multiple accounts, and so there has been an error raised due to a creation of multiple accounts. So let me just show you updating this keyword process in a live process. Now if at all I want to check for Google functionality, I'll just say open corresponding browser, navigate to http gmail.com, and from there I need to assert. So once I navigate to gmail.com, I need to assert if I am on the right page. So for that I'll use this text, one account all of Google. Just find the details of that test, where it is located and all the other details, so that you can use it for assertion. It is under H1, so you can use that in the assertion process. And this is actually the process of asserting the title of the page. So title of the page is going to be Gmail, so you can say Gmail as an assertion criteria. We are going to maximize the window, and it's going to just click on my account. But since we are already into Gmail, we do not have to click on my account. We can just remove this test process, and then it's going to assert if it is on the right page. Since we have already asserted the title, we need not assert this as well. Assertions of page are required only when we navigate. And in the email process, I am just going to put in my mail ID over here on this slot where ID is equal to email. ID is equal to email, and this mail ID is going to go in there. To put your mail ID on Gmail, you need not have at gmail.com. And then we have the click button to click on the next. So we'll just identify it. ID is next, and it is a click activity. So just insert a line over here and update with a click activity XPath, and there is no data related to your click activity, so you can just stop it there. This is for a sample for you to know how the test cases are going to work when a manual person or someone who knows Excel is going to work with it. I have specified Google Chrome. Instead, if I am going to specify Internet Explorer and save this all properties together and run it from the data script, you can see that the initial process is going to start with Internet Explorer browser being initiated, and on the Internet Explorer browser it's going to get onto the link gmail.com, and since it's getting onto the link new, it could not find the login functionalities, and so it did not verify. So we have not considered that case into picture, so we'll just bring in that scenario where it's purely getting into gmail.com on Internet Explorer. When you just get into gmail.com in a fresh explorer, it's going to have this page. So we need to click on sign in, and then we need to do the process. So we'll just use the process of clicking on a link text. We'll just attach that as well in our code. Just initiate this process, where after asserting the title, after maximizing, just insert a new line and use click activity on a link. So the XPath for a link would be / anchor contains text sign in. Just check with the text as it is there, and you can also get on to the inspect element process, and you can check the text with clarity so that you can update it in the right way. It is going to be sign in. You can just copy this text and you can use it for your process. So this is going to be the text content, and it's going to click on that. Then it's going to just get onto the page and send keys into it. So in this process we have to assert the next page. So we'll just insert one more line and we'll say assert text. So the text present at which location is it going to be asserted? The text present in the place of H2 is going to be asserted. So you can just say one account all of Google in the place of h2. One account dot space all of Google with O and A G and uppercase. All of Google, and it's going to be h1. The h1 tag. So now we are just going to save this test case and we'll just drive it from data. So you can now see that an Excel in Internet Explorer is being initiated, and it's going to just click on sign in. It's going to verify the link and it's going to send in something, and it's going to stop there. It's going to send piece by piece because Internet Explorer is not working that great with Selenium with the updated version. So the lower versions of Internet Explorer is going to work fine. This version has some bugs that are yet to be fixed, and so it's going piece by piece. So this is how we update a keyword driven, which does not involve any user activity of scripting on the environment. It's going to be entirely a script free environment where you need to just update your keyword process and everything is going to drive as per your requirement. This is all about the keyword driven, and you can just get the report similar to your modular driven over here as well in your keyword driven. So there are totally 36 runs, of which the last run, 36th run, is going to be a failure run of our Gmail. So 35th run would correspond to Magento, which has 35 test cases, of which 5 test cases has failed. The 5 test cases that failed are creating a new account with the same username and trying to log in into an account that has a new credential, not a credential that already exists in the database. So those are going to be your test case failure conditions. So that is all about the keyword driven, and your keyword driven is such a powerful framework that anyone who knows Excel can work with it. Thank you.